Hey,
Yeah, look at you, Mr. Neon. Did you just go to a party? Where'd you
today,
go?
I'm just like trying to, be a sports athlete,
What kind of athlete?
like a golfer or something.
A golfer. Okay. I don't know if I would say you look like a golfer, but you look like a pro athlete, man.
Hey, these are actually aquarium glasses.
Oh,
Whoa,
say
what's
you
up,
look
man?
good, man. You look good. It's
Appreciate
been a
it.
while.
How's it
How
going?
you?
Yeah,
It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a while.
yeah, yeah. New season, dude, kicking it off.
Yeah. Yeah. Where have we been? That's right. New season, season 3, chapter 3. Is that where we're at?
Season
We're on
3, episode 1, dude.
episode 1. What even dictates a new season?
Just whenever we take a hiatus for a little bit, I think.
Just like creates the new one.
Yeah, it creates like kind of the boundaries for the next one.
I guess that's what created the first one to this one.
Yeah,
Because like the very first season we ever did was, and then I moved, and then that's when we picked it back up.
yeah.
New season, new season.
There was a
And
rip there. There was like a gap.
yeah, where we just didn't do it. We were
Yeah.
planning on doing a new season anyway, right? We said the Eagles were going to be the dictator. The season's going to start soon.
Yeah. Which,
Bird gang.
it's fucking, are you stoked for that?
Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait, dude. New hat, another
Sounds
collectible
like you got a
collector's
couple
piece.
games lined up too that you're
Yeah, I
going
do.
to
I got two. One in November, and then I got one in October in Jersey.
against the
Dope.
Giants.
Yeah. Sorry, Willie, dude. We're gonna take your team the fuck down.
I thought Willie was a fucking Eagles fan.
Yeah, he is. He's a Birds guy.
Okay.
Sorry, chat for my camera just being atrocious. We got to figure out this. We're gonna set up the Sony next week, but it's like a blown out white right now.
When did you get a Sony?
Yeah, we got back into some old hobbies.
Yeah, tell us about it, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing, the old photography. I got a lot to learn, stuff to get back into it.
All right.
I'll be editing. I got some editing to do after the podcast, but for those of you that don't know, I used to be a big photographer. I was gonna go to school for it, and then I realized you didn't need to go to school for it, and then life just got ahead of us and ahead of me, and I stopped doing photography, sold my camera.
Dude, you're going to go to like the Brooks Institute.
Yeah, apparently it's trash though.
Yeah, I know. It's up in Santa Barbara. We never even like walked to it. Like I don't even know really where it is. We've only saw that sign.
I don't even think it's in Santa Barbara, dude. I'm
Or
pretty
it's
sure
like
it's
Montecito,
Ventura.
I thought. Are you sure?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
there's a
I've
sign
gone.
for it up by the zoo.
Nah, it's in, maybe that's one of the campuses, but I went to the main campus in Ventura. I think it's not Ventura, it's in Santa Barbara. It's near that orchard place in Carp,
Hmm. Oh,
I
so it's over
think.
there.
Yeah, you drive
It's a
down there and
mystery,
you go
dude.
down a road. Yeah, we'll have to look it up. But yeah, so I was gonna do that. So back into the photography game, I got a courtesy of Procore. They got me a nice camera. Some
Nick says it's on Ventura Avenue.
where at?
On the avenue.
Is it?
I don't know. That sounds sus.
Yeah, that's not true.
The Brooks Institute.
It's I think it's in Ventura though. He might not be wrong, but I don't think it's in the avenues. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
He used to live there.
Yeah. I mean, definitely not over there, I don't think.
Yeah. Some reason these Sonos headphones, I can hear you like echoing in the background. Could be me. Could
From your studio, you can hear me?
no, I just mean I hear you twice in this thing.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, interesting. I'm curious. Like chat, how do I sound today? Do we sound okay?
Yeah, just chat. Do you hear me twice?
Got echo cancellation, stereo audio. Boom, boom.
A lot of
Let
the
me just
fans are
double check.
jaying back up. We got Taryn, Becky, Rose, Nick, a couple people on YouTube.
There we got
All
Chunk
right, we
from
sound good.
YouTube.
Audio sounds good from the chat.
Is that who's saying that? Oh, wow, we got Melgoza here in the YouTube. It's just like an unknown.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So we got season. We're gonna kick it off with some new fucking features. We got CrossFit Games coming up, so we're gonna dig into that. We're gonna talk about every workout, gonna dissect it, and then some of our people are going to do the WODs themselves.
Prototype them out.
Yeah. What else we got on the new season? The debrief. What are we bringing on chapter or season 3 here?
We've got some questions and answers. We're going to kick it off with like icebreakers, and then we'll get deep, and then we'll, talk about the usual stuff.
Oh, nice.
We don't really have a structure, let's be honest.
Yeah, we've been trying that forever.
Yeah.
We've been trying to do the structure forever, but it's still looking. I'd like to put it out there. We're searching for a tech person still. Anybody interested? Again, it's kind of pro bono, so you do your thing, show up as needed. So far, we have like one of our assistants just dropped me off one of my packages.
Nice. Also, we got some real dedicated fans. We might potentially be having some higher CrossFit figures on the cast for interviews. I think Bill Grundler was one of them. But Luke and I will do some prep interviews before that.
Let's just be real, dude. We're really changing up the podcast this season, so I don't want anybody here saying we didn't do stuff. We're going to be interviewing people. It's a lot of cool stuff. Did people know who Bill Grundler is?
I think so. Firefighter, CrossFit owner of CrossFit Inferno up there in San Luis Obispo.
Lost you, coach.
It's all right. I still hear you through the mic. Yeah, we'll wait for you. Adam joining up. But yeah, I feel like we need a little prep. Maybe Annie Sakamoto. He might put us in contact with her too. If you don't know Annie, she's the CrossFit workout Annie is named after. Then who knows? Maybe Savan will pop on the old podcast one of these days, or we might go on his.
We're gonna go on his. Oh, he won't fucking come on ours.
I'll go on his.
Yeah, we'll be friends with the boys, dude. That'd
also,
be like
this
the
season,
new.
We're looking for sponsorships too. So if there's like a company that you're trying to promote, we're down to sponsor and promote it. Like maybe if you're doing like a touring company of some sort, we could definitely
Yeah.
put
Well,
the good
what do you
word
mean
out there.
touring?
Like I don't know, like bar touring or like wine tasting or something like that.
Yeah, I think it'd be 6 hours. My assistant dropped off something I was prepping.
Let's prep it up. Let's show everybody what we got here. We're gonna do some rapid fire questions here from a game that we discovered. It's called Icebreakers Deep, Deep, and Deeper.
All right, so here's how it's going to work. We're going to pull out some questions. Chat, we want you involved on this, okay? So we're going to shoot out some questions. We're going to answer. Rules, coach. Rules, how quick you got to answer it.
Under a minute. I mean, if you can't think of anything in a minute, like you can employ a skip. That's totally fine, I think. We don't need to hold it to an answer.
Yeah, we can also veto and trash some of these cards if we don't think they're good, right?
Yep. What's the limit here? How many questions are we doing?
I got a handful. I don't know. We'll just fucking.
I just grabbed these stack. Jesus.
Yeah. No, I just pulled out some, so it's easier. Okay, we'll just grab some. So ready? We'll go into this. Might not be an every episode thing. It's just a little icebreaker for season 3 to get you kids involved. All right. First question, coach. Go with this card right here. Okay. What was the worst argument you've ever been in? Holy shit.
I mean, that depends on the argument and the person. I mean, with Eric, there's countless arguments. Eric's brother, even worse. One time we got into an argument about how Diablo 2 is the greatest game in the world.
But he's somebody that just will fuel. He'll just keep fueling the fire. Just keep putting coal on it.
We also had a big argument about James. This is also James, about the movie Dragon Ball and how you thought it was the best movie ever and everyone else thought it was so bad.
And he fought you on it?
Yeah. Eric and I have gotten huge arguments just about me. But Trillin, I mean, I think the worst arguments are probably arguments I've had with Trill. I have to think about specific ones. Probably when we first moved in together. Just trying to think of something specific that was like a blowout.
I just feel like they should come. Yeah, they just should come to mind. Like immediately, I think of a fight me and Maggie had, and I think of a fight me and Vince had too.
And that
Like
was the
those are
worst ever.
yeah, probably some of the worst. Like blowouts. One time, forget me and Maggie got in a fight. Our parents were in like Europe. Our cousin was like watching us. We were younger. Maggie pissed me off. We got into this huge fight, and she just kept fueling the fire. Anybody, Maggie, if you're out there, Maggie's just like she'll go for throat kills. So she'll just like put stuff out there. She'll just go for the trigger no matter what. She basically is like the type of person that comes to fight you and takes her thumbs and shoves them in your fucking eye. But anyway, we got into this huge fight. There was an airsoft gun involved and a chair. And I don't remember what happened with the airsoft gun, but both me and Maggie had it at one point in the midst of this fight. Somebody probably shot somebody with the airsoft gun, but then eventually Maggie kept going stuff, and I think I took a chair and fucking bashed the chair into the ground and shattered. But something crazy like that. Lots of words back and forth. We're just screaming at each other. We were younger though. My fucking camera's strobe lighting. You see that?
I see that. Yeah.
Fucking disaster on the tech side today.
I think you and I don't really argue.
Yeah, no, normally just like cut you, but
yeah, cut me, or are we just scared of each other?
Yeah, probably. Usually the way it works. No, I think it's respect. Once one of the person realizes the other one's like fucking pissed, we're like, oh shit, I pushed them, or they're fucking angry.
I don't even think this was an argument, but it was a discussion, and I always remember this for some reason. Was when we were talking about the snatch for some reason on a car ride.
Yeah, dude, you're right. We got super mad at each other.
I don't think we were mad though. I think we were just like couldn't get the other one to understand where we were coming from.
Yeah, classic me. I do remember that. Was Vince with us?
No.
Are you sure we had that was a ball? Like we had a falling out that day. We just ran after each other.
I'm just trying to think if you lived here, if it was on one of the trips.
It was on a trip. But I did live at Brianna with you.
It was just about, that was another argument that really set you off, was when Eric, when Eric was here, remember that day?
That was Brianna days. Yeah, he pissed me off.
You were already in a depressed state though, but he just like, he's kind of like Maggie.
Just triggers.
Just keeps pushing the triggers.
He just kept saying stuff. There was another fight that just came to mind. This one wasn't a fight, but me and you did have another blowout. Remember that camping trip that we went on, and like you were setting up a tent and I was
you didn't even argue. I fucking just grabbed you. It was like, I was just tired. I think it was like 2 a.m. What time I get there?
He grabbed me in the shirt and like fucking freaked out on me. And I was
kid's like having a full-on conversation with like one of his chicks.
No, I literally was not. It was something you antagonized.
And I'm setting up camp all by myself, and I just fucking lost it.
He just lost it. And I'm chill, chat. And I was just like, oh, we'll get it. We'll set it up. Like, I don't know what you're so stressed about. Yeah, I think you were probably hungry. It was probably something related to that. We probably didn't eat anything besides a fucking barrel of strawberries. Damn. Anybody in the chat got any big fights? Best argument, worst argument? Some people love arguing. Is there any arguers out there that were just like, this is the fucking greatest thing ever? I love fighting. I got to pull up my Instagram on my phone so I can see the chat.
It's on.
Nobody in the YouTube.
Captain Trainer. Fucking Jane up on the chat. What up, Jamie? Just a big shout out to Jamie. Just hit his new front squat PR, 300 pounds.
Yeah, let's play that video. Let's show the fucking chat the video of Jaime.
All right.
If anybody doesn't know Jaime, he's the classic person on the old Nobo podcast. He was one of my first people I've ever coached, and I got some videos of Jimmy doing CrossFit back in the day. And
Kendall joining the chat. Welcome. I'm trying to do better about like calling out the audience.
And so he was one of the first people I ever coached. And Jimmy, dude. Full depth acquired, chest upright. And he floats it up. And his boy in the background screaming at him, telling him how good. Still waiting for Luke to confirm his 342.
For anyone that's denying the depth, boy's got full depth, all right?
Yeah, me and him got into a fight about full depth before. I had to calm him down.
Do you think he's one of those people that ride the line of parallel, or he's usually pretty clear with his depth?
He's pretty clear. Jamie's one of the best squatters I know out there. I wouldn't let it pass him. Rocco, if you're out there, dude. I feel like there was a couple times me and Rocco had an argument about full depth. I swear there was. Jamie, maybe I'm wrong. Damn, you do need a tech person. What do we need a tech person for?
Everything.
Did something happen right now? Oh, she's talking about the phone. You holding it up?
Well, that was in a text. I don't have access to my text anywhere else.
Yeah, because
unless Jamie, you posted that on the old IG.
I don't think he did.
All right, pick the next card, dude. Let's rip another one real quick.
Rip another one. Going from the middle of the deck.
Do you have the categories randomized?
Yeah, I'm just, as long as it's not something corny, I'll stick with it.
Chat, there's 3 categories: icebreaker, deep, and deeper.
Okay. Card. This one could be kind of not as fun. What was a misfortune you experienced that you turned into an opportunity? This one's like a half glass full type of conversation right here. That a little too basic for you guys?
What was it? A missed opportunity that you...
What was a misfortune you experienced that turned into an opportunity? So what was a shitty experience that you decided to turn into a good opportunity?
Okay.
That's a little too deep for me to pull out right now.
It's hard. I
gotta think. Are we pulling the skip on this one?
Hold on. We gave ourselves a minute here. And just trying to jog back of like a misfortune. I don't know. I mean, one time we were coming back from a trip, me and Trill, and they closed the one where Big Sur was. And our fucking group left us behind. So we just got a hotel. That was kind of nice. Was a nice romantic little getaway.
That was like in the early days of your relationship too, like the very early days.
Yeah.
You guys were dating for like a month or two. A misfortune you experienced that turned into an opportunity.
I feel like I like the misfortunes though, so maybe I can't remember them because, you know, those are what makes the trip.
Yeah.
Or the experience, right? Like if everything goes according to plan, yeah, it's cool and all, but like sometimes the fuck ups are better.
Or better, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Some of them are like basic ones. Like we talked about this before we went to San Diego and we were like in that shitty Airbnb, but the misfortune there was like, all right, we didn't spend an hour in the room. We were outside from morning to night.
Yeah, we were in this grungy Airbnb. It was like in a basement of like a fucking house of apartments. Yeah. I don't know. It was really weird. And the door was just like a
metal tin roof.
Yeah, it was like a tin roof sliding door and it smelled like poop. And
sewer.
That was right when the bird scooters were coming out, and so
we ripped
and they used to rip. Yeah, we ripped across San Diego. It was like the greatest thing.
We would let them. We spent like over $70 on spurt scooters each that weekend.
Maybe we fucking ripped in La Jolla.
Yeah, all over.
Ripped on Mission Bay.
Trying to think of what else we might have done, or like a misfortune. I don't know. There's so many different things. COVID for me was like the gym that I turned into an opportunity. Where it was like, oh, well, I'm just going to work out with these people. And all of a sudden I was like, well, I might as well just start my own gym. Because I was like coaching at Anacap and then went back to PA and then was there. COVID struck. And I was like, oh, what the fuck do I do? And then we just started working out together. And I was like, well, why don't I just run classes? I already know how to coach and started to learn more and so on. And then it turned into something.
It's a good outtake.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It's like probably one of my larger mishaps that might have happened in my life.
Another one is sometimes they don't even really work out. You try to make it misfortune good and it doesn't work. I can think of a time in Hawaii we got food poisoning and I was like, I still wanted to do something, so I tried to go to the beach and I just remember like walking to my death and like passing out with the Pepto-Bismol bottle in my hand, just like face down in the sand, just like so sick.
That's happened to you so many times. Same situation. You getting a sick
change
stomach.
My diet. Or maybe before I travel, I should really just fucking
fuck with it.
Get crazy with the diet.
Yeah, before you go to Japan, you're gonna have to do that. You're just gonna have to fuck with your stomach for 2 weeks, drink, whatever. Just put stuff in there that's just gonna make you get sick.
All right, one more, dude. Pull out one more.
One more. Make sure you guys don't know I'm cheating. Go from the middle of the deck. I'm like a musician.
A musician.
A magic man. What is a quality or trait that you find attractive in a partner?
Oh, Quality or
Jeez.
trait did I find attractive in a partner?
Quality squat. I've talked about that before.
Is that a trait?
Yeah, quality squat. If you can't
So
squat,
you just like people that move well.
yeah, it's got to be more. I just did it there again. I sounded like Maggie. Yeah. Quality trait. That's one. Quality or trait. What is a quality or trait that you find attractive in a person? Athleticism. Saying it all just comes back. Like I find like athletic individuals attractive, or more so attractive.
Rose has a sense of humor.
Yeah, sense of humor is good. Dry sense of humor, or like somebody who laughs at farts type of humor. What do they call? What do they call that?
A wet sense of humor.
Is that legit? It's called a wet.
No, I don't know. That's a good point. What is the opposite of a dry, a smart sense of humor, Rose?
I think it's smart or bubbly.
Rose is just spitting out buzzwords. Does he make sense? Smart. That's an attractive quality.
Smart, sense of humor. I don't know if that's. Oh, she's saying smart is a quality. Yeah. Gotcha. I thought she was referring to like it's called a smart sense of humor versus a dry sense of humor.
Be trainer, Jaying up.
Yo, be trainer. What's a quality or trait you find attractive, dude? Spit it to the chat. Spit it to the chat.
What's the word for like, I guess, spontaneous or like adventurous or like just down for whatever?
To just go along with the show.
Like if I was like, it's midnight, I want to go take some star shots down to Malibu. You want to go? They're like, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's attractive.
Adventurous.
Or if they're the person that has those ideas, I like that too. I find that attractive.
So you're looking, or not looking, but you're attracted to somebody that's the planner?
Like spontaneous
also,
though.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So you just want somebody that's going to be like, oh, it's like, hey, let's go to the grocery store right now. You're down to go.
Yeah, the grocery store.
Just talking, guys.
Yeah.
Fucking rules. Yeah. Chat, anybody else out there?
Adventure. I don't know if the grocery store is adventurous.
You know what I mean. That's another fucking line Maggie says. You know what I mean.
Maggie, if you're out there, Luke's sorry. He's been calling you out a lot.
Yeah, I've called you out twice this trip. This time. This episode. All right, those are the card renditions, dude. Chat's quiet on it, Rose. We appreciate the interaction you got with us there.
Chat, don't forget it's also a live call-in show. So
Rose, this doesn't give you the opportunity to just call. Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna call. Make sure there's some context to it. Birds aren't here yet. We'll do a recap over the Birds game. Talked about Jamie's squat. He's gone. What else we got? CrossFit Games.
CrossFit Games.
Pull up some shit, dude. We're gonna dissect some wads here.
So we're a little late to the game, but talk about one of the earlier events.
Yeah, we are late. I know what you're going to talk about.
There's been a couple events released. I think the biggest one is going to be this Chad thing, which I wish we had a little more deets on what that actually means, because I'm a little curious about it. What are your thoughts on it? For those that don't know, Chad is 1,000 box step-ups. Taryn's asking if we like the events, that the events are released early, and I think you already said that pissed you off.
Yeah. We just talked about it. It pissed me off. We just talked about that actually right before the podcast. Me and Matt, I wish this is when we had live fucking cameras, because we took the dogs on a walk today, and the whole time we just had like a podcast running on like coaching and people and different personalities in the gym and how to navigate and all that stuff. But do I like that the workouts are released early? Fuck no. I think it takes away from a lot. I think it takes away a lot. Yeah, yes and no. I don't, if they're going to release all the workouts, I don't like that. If they're going to release some, gives you an idea of what to expect. But I think there needs to be a really big twist on some of the workouts. I don't know. There's got to be something to it if I had to say yes or no, I don't like it, to answer
Do
your
you think it
question.
matters?
Yeah, I think it matters.
Yeah, I think to some level it matters for the sake of these people can train it,
Yeah.
which takes away from the hopper model a little bit,
Mhm.
because then you start to specialize these workouts.
I don't know if I would, maybe I don't disagree, but training it, like they're not going to like do a workout and like within 2 weeks get better, fitter. They're going to just understand what the workout is going to do to them. They can make errors, they can make mistakes, and then they can correct them. And everybody does the same thing. It's like when we watched Taylor Self this morning, it's like, hey, how'd you know the sandbag was going to blow you up or type of deal? That question. It was like, oh, I'm just going to go unbroken because, you know, we've done it 7 times now. Or he saw a bunch of people do it or new people did it, whatever. But I just wish they didn't know.
I'm kind of down for a hybrid, I think. I don't think they should release the full events. But I do like sneak peeks of it, like maybe some of the movements or maybe the structure. So like maybe it's like kind of like Dave did for the clean ladder release. Those didn't see there's like a clean ladder where it starts with 30 athletes. You do 5 barbells, 3 reps, 2 reps, 1, 1, 1. Then the top 20 move on to the next round. And then it's 2 reps, 1, 1, 1. And then the third round is 10 athletes. I think that's cool because the weights aren't posted, and also, you know, it's just one movement. It's a clean ladder, so you know, how much can you really practice that? I don't think there's much to give away there. So I think that's cool and kind of gives you like, oh, cool, that's gonna be the lift event.
Yeah,
but like
workouts that you can't get better at timing.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Taryn thinks no. Taryn, I just want to call out what Taryn says. She thinks they do it because of leaks. Which, you know, I get, but like at the same time, like just fucking tighten up your fucking security. Like I don't know why. It's funny because Sonos struggles with this problem too. For some reason, products get leaked so easily lately. I don't know what's changed. I guess people just aren't as fucking loyal as they used to be to the company.
Yeah, I'm sure people within the company are saying stuff. That's so odd because I don't know if like from my company, I mean, at least I don't hear about it, but like most people, like there's not much talked about. I don't think other people know. It's like very, very, very high legal shit.
Yeah. So like, is that a good excuse? Probably not.
It's a lame excuse. It's kind of like the open workouts. It's like fucking pick 2 people that you trust with your life, have them test it, make them sign fucking papers. If somebody finds out because it's only written on a piece of paper, no, we know where it came from.
Yeah.
Like, let's say it was Dave's the guy who writes the programming, and let's say that he's picked 2 people to test them, and let's say it's Colton, and let's say it's fucking who's another chick. Let's say he does your favorite Mal, and they do the testing, and if somebody finds out what the workout is, like just go back to the old school, keep it on paper. It's like you'll know who it is. If you put it on the internet, bullshit that somebody's able to guess the fucking link.
What do you think of testing?
Like testing the WODs to see if they like do what they want you to do. Yeah. For something at that level, I think they have to.
I'm curious though, because it's like someone like Dave who's been doing this for years. Like I'm kind of surprised he still would need people to test.
I think he's testing because the level of fitness from these people is like insane.
It's like, that's a good point.
Yeah, it just gets so much better. And like he might program 135-pound thrusters for like 75 reps, and all of a sudden they do it unbroken, and he's like, holy shit. Wasn't supposed to happen. And they was supposed to be like in the middle of this, like these people were supposed to fall apart, and I got to change it. But that's similar to, I don't think we ever talked about it, but there was that clip from Matt Frazier that came out of him being like Castro was like deliberately trying to like fucking sabotage him. I think that's bullshit. I don't think Castro would do that, but that's a whole different topic.
Yeah. Talk about Matt Frazier. He used to be one of my heroes, and his postseason has not been
Now you learn his
My
true
favorite
fucking colors.
stuff. Yeah.
Now you see his
Um,
true fucking colors.
but anyway, yeah. So the first, or not the first workout, but one of the workouts is going to be Chad. My personal thoughts, I'm not super excited about it. I mean, it's just, I get the cause, but we do have a specific day where everybody does that workout for the cause. So, like, I think that's taken care of. I just don't think it's going to be the most entertaining to watch. And again, that's one that everyone, like, literally, as soon as that got announced, everyone's going to the box practicing step up. So, like, I don't know how. I know a lot of people said that the fatigue from that is going to really like fuck them up for the week, but it's like, I don't know. They're going to be training it.
They're going to be trained. I don't have a problem with them training it. I agree with you. It might be boring to watch. The flip side to it, if we're going to break down what is CrossFit and what is fitness, I don't think it's a bad test. Like, right, what fitness or functional movements are moving large loads, long distances quickly. So we're taking our body weight plus another 50 pounds, and you're moving your body weight 1,000 times, and we can equate whatever 20 inches is across the board for every step. I don't know what 1,000 times 20 is, but sure, it's a lot of fucking inches stepped. So you're moving these large loads. So it's going to test your fitness, but boring. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Now that you say that, I mean, if you ran with the rucksack, I think you could probably get it done faster than the step ups.
Yeah, but the step ups require like a higher force for you to like exert fitness. I think also they're just testing the fucking mind of set of people. Like that's like rowing a marathon. Like long, and it's the first one, and people are in their head like fuck. Like
how competitive can you make the step up? I mean, I guess we'll find out, but like I don't just not seeing it.
I'm sure you can make it competitive in the sense of like every like 1,000 steps, dude. At some point, there's going to be a rule where you're going to have to alternate your legs. I'm guarantee it. There's going to be a rule. Whoever's judging it, that sucks because that's an hour of just being like, yep, good. Oh, fuck. I like got disoriented and looked the wrong way. And that might happen, but I don't know. I mean, I guess you can't make it too competitive.
I just feel like it's going to be like a 5K row, right? Like everyone's neck and neck, and then certain people start to get tired, and like that's just basically it.
Yeah, but people get tired, and that's where it's like the hard-headed people that are going to be able to push beyond that and like know where I need to slow down, where I pick up the pace. Any slip up, it like pulls ahead. And yeah, it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fucking sick to watch, but I'm sure there's a twist on it. I'm sure it's every like no rep you do like 10 burpees or fucking something.
Every no rep is a penalty.
Yeah, it's like but the penalty.
They should do that. They never do that.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Every no rep, it's like fucking 5 lateral burpees on the bar.
Yeah,
that'd be sick. We should start doing that in class. Yeah, how many times people would not no rep get no rep?
Oh my god, yeah.
Like that day, the other day, you tried to say I didn't stand all the way up. If you no rep me, I'd be fucking pissed.
I'd fucking no rep you again.
Extension, yeah, go for it. But I would be the person that would be sitting there, and I'd be calling other people out, and all of a sudden everybody would start moving different because I'd be pissed that I just got no rep, and then fucking Sam pulls ahead of me and he fucking does shit squats. I'd call him out, and then he'd have to do his burpees. We're doing that. I'm gonna program a WOD like that.
Shit.
Everybody can like no rep means 5 burpees. Every no rep that the coach sees, you have to stand in the front of the room and just watch everybody in a line.
Just do it with the wall ball. That's probably the easiest one.
Yeah. If you don't touch the wall ball. Or you mean like Karen?
No, just the wall ball. Like that movement would be the one that you should have the penalty for because it's an easy one to pull out faults, especially with depth and like you just said, hitting the target every time.
Yeah. Or missing the wall. You know how many times I missed the wall on wall balls?
Yeah.
Detrimental. All right, so that's workout number uno.
That's not Uno. It's just somewhere in there. They didn't say where that one is.
Okay, so Chad's coming in at some point. Got mixed feelings on it. I'm not a hater on it. Do I love it? Nah. But does it test fitness? Yeah. What would be your synopsis, your little summary? I guess you don't love it.
To throw it, I don't love it. To throw it back at you, what wouldn't test fitness?
I mean, I don't have an answer to that. Everything will test fitness, but
yeah.
But to what you're saying, you're just like, it's not fun to watch. If we're trying to grow the sport and get other people other than CrossFitters to watch it, maybe. But also, if you've just recently watched the Olympics, there's some crazy sports in it I didn't know existed, like the fucking air shooting pistol or whatever.
Yeah.
And like these people wear like little fucking like Dragon Ball
Dragon
Z
Ball
like
Z, yeah. Fucking
radar
glasses.
on their head. And there's that like picture floating around of like the older Turkish dude that's just like standing there with his white fucking shirt on, points the gun out. And then there's this like one of the Chinese shooters that's got like this weird twist and bend to his arm and these Dragon Ball Z glasses. But those sports are in there and people watch it. So I guess you got to figure out what is entertaining to people, and if pain and suffering is entertainment, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Terrence says it's the last workout before cuts.
Yeah. I mean, you know where I stand. Like, if you're gonna make CrossFit a sport, like that's a separate conversation than like, improving fitness. Because like, yeah, it's probably a good test, but like, is it entertaining? Like, is it gonna generate an audience? Are people gonna understand it? Like, I feel like most people, especially if you don't do CrossFit, is just gonna watch that and go be like, this is it. We're just watching people step up on a box and step down as fast as they can with some weight on their back.
Yeah, I think it's impressive. I think somehow it needs to be like distributed to the people of why it's impressive. All of us have done Chad. There's going to be people at this event getting Chad done in like 40 minutes.
Yeah, but that's the problem with CrossFit, dude. I think that's the problem with it being a sport, is you don't really understand it and it doesn't look that cool unless you do it. Like you said, like everyone who does CrossFit's going to be like, holy shit, fucking that was insane. But the people on ESPN that are flicking through their channels just be like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah, yes and no. You got to look at the opposite side.
It's the Guinness Book of World Records for most step-ups.
When they're doing like, I guess it's impressive to watch certain things. Like, why is track and field so like big at the Olympics? Why do people love it? Because it's like insane to see somebody run a 100-meter dash, because you can relate with it because everybody has gone for a run. So maybe there needs to be like a CrossFit event that's really relatable with life. Like Rogue does it sometimes where it's like moving fucking 2x4s. Like take 2 pallets of 2x4s. You got to empty this load and get it to the other side of the field as fast as you can. Like something relatable with like majority of people. Or like, why is NASCAR entertaining?
Yeah.
They fucking just drive in circles.
I mean, you gotta think about it too. Like a marathon is not entertaining. Like, who watches a marathon from start to finish? Do they even broadcast the whole thing?
I don't think they broadcast. Yeah, I think they broadcast like some of them, but it's like the same thing with like the Tour de France. They're just going through the hillsides like for days. What's entertaining about it? I don't know, but people watch it. People get really into it because it's more relatable with them because they can do it. So CrossFit needs to do a better job getting more people to realize this is shit they can do. We need to start a new business, spread the word of CrossFit. Everybody out there, I want you to post something about CrossFit out there on the internet.
First workout is run swim. It's run 4 miles for time. They didn't disclose what the swim is or means, but I'm assuming there's some kind of swim in there. Maybe it's interrupt, maybe it's a second piece, maybe it's the first piece.
That's pretty relatable with the fucking race of humans.
Yeah. But, I mean, we can't really chat too much about it. It's not much to say. I mean, it's usual CrossFit. Like, didn't they do that 3 or 4 years ago with the... Yeah.
Yeah. They swam in Madison and everybody gave them shit because they were like, they got E. coli or whatever.
Which, don't you think that's interesting? Like, in the sport and games of CrossFit, there's swimming, but like in the affiliate, there's not. Logistically speaking, you can't really have it.
Yeah. I think it's just like broadening. It's just too expensive for a fucking affiliate. Imagine if you had a pool.
Yeah. Be sick.
Yeah. Be like, all right, everybody.
They threw kayaking in there one time.
Yeah. They have paddle boards this year for teams. I'm pretty sure. I think they're they're inflatable. I think you have to pump them up with your team. It's pretty fucking sick. What other workouts are posted? There's a couple other ones.
Yeah, event 4. This one's all written out. It's ascending, descending ladder. It is.
You share your screen or nah? We'll get
I
kicked
can.
off.
Sure, I can. I can share it.
They might shut our shit down.
It's just a long video. It's like, a typical day video. It's drawn
Can you?
out.
But you can pause it after it's done being drawn out. Yeah, you just
Ah,
click
it's
the
on
screen somewhere.
Instagram.
Yeah, you just press the center of the screen.
Gotcha.
So we got 50 deadlifts, 5 rope climbs, 50 ski ergs, calories, 5 rope climbs, 50 GHD sit-ups, 5 rope climbs, 50.
Then he like pretends like that's it for time. Then he enters it and you go back up the ladder. So it's 50 GHD sit-ups. And then 5 rope climbs, 50 ski, 5 rope climbs, 50 deads.
So you're doing a total of 100 deadlifts, 100 calories, ski erg, 100 GHD sit-ups, 100 ski ergs. Okay, so time-wise, do we know what the weight is? Probably 315.
Yeah, no, 225.
225, okay. 225, 155. Doable WOD. We're going to do some of these in class, just an FYI, so anybody out there watching. This is one of them. We're going to rip it.
Do you know what that 30 parenthesis thing is? Is that the female version?
No, I don't think so. Maybe you have to hold a certain cadence to not get no rep.
Shit.
Like strokes per minute.
Twist. Yeah, so 30 or up.
Yeah. Like it can't be like a really slow 21. It's got to be like a fast sprint, because why would it be down at the not on the top one?
I don't know.
And why
You
would
put the weights down there?
Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe that's for the females. But 20 calorie difference, that's a big difference.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a big difference. No one asked that question.
It's probably for the female calorie, but I'd like to guess that it's potentially something else. Be sick. For time, my thought with the gym, dude, is that I'm going to take these workouts, all of them, all the events, put them in a bucket, and we just each class just randomly draw one, and that's what we have to do. This one we had to modify a little bit, but I feel like some people would die. Like, how would you do looking at this WOD? How would you approach this thing? You got 5 minutes to select. It was like, hey, we're gonna I miss the old Dave where it was like, hey, in 2 hours, here's the workout you're gonna complete.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
All athletes.
I think that's
line
good
up
for spectators too.
Yeah, it was more like anticipation, or like a lot of times it was they just walked in. Castro and them all told them what the workout was, and it was like, go to the warm-up room because we're gonna fucking rock this thing in 2 minutes or 10 minutes or an hour. So now it's like they sit down and like these affiliate, like the hard work pays off camp and proven camp and mayhem camp, they're just doing this WOD and like practicing it 10 different ways. And they're like, all right. If we do the deadlifts in 5 sets versus 3 sets versus a 30-20 versus a 40-10 or whatever it might be, because then you're going to have to go to the rope climbs and you got to save this. And I don't fucking know.
It takes the unknown and unknowing, like being prepared for that out of the kind of tests, I guess, right?
Yeah. Being whatever, what the saying is, being
prepared.
Yeah. Something like that. I forget.
That's not what you're looking for?
Nah. Being really well at the unknown or whatever. What is that saying? I don't remember. I have to read the L1 again at some point. So this WOD, if I had my top athlete here, take a look. I'd have my top dog. The deadlifts, right? We got 100 shit deadlifts. I'd have the first 50 ripped out in 3 sets. Okay. I'd have him do the first 3 sets. Short rest. First one, boom, big set of 20 rest. Then we'd get 12. That'd be 32 reps. And then I'd have him finish out the rest, something like that. Maybe 4 sets, but I'd have to look at it harder. Rope climbs, got to be unbroken. We got to figure out how to get it done second you get down to the ground, back up. This is competing at a games level, right? This isn't the affiliate level. So when I send my boy there next year, calories on the ski erg, you're gonna have to rip this thing apart. There's no way you can't pull less than 1,300 calories per hour on the thing. It's got to be similar to what you would pull for a rower. But you got to remember your back's going to be fucking lit.
Then your
After like your
midline, the
back,
whole midline
yeah.
is.
Well, that's where we're going next. And you got the rope climbs 5 more. And now you're going to be sauced. At this point, this is where my boy might fall apart. Then you got the 50 GHD sit-ups, and that's where the workout starts for these people. Like that is where the event starts to get people. You're going to see people taking breaks. You're going to see people struggling on the rope climbs. You're going to see people, because then you go back, you do 50 GHD sit-ups and you're fucked. Midline's trashed. Going to be spice.
How do you think the rope climbs are affected? I think they're going to be harder too.
Yeah, I think
midline.
Immediately after that, like I said, the first 10, everybody's going to cruise. Second, they get to the GHD sit-ups, it's going to be a whole different game. Games athletes, they're doing the deadlifts unbroken.
You think?
Yeah, and I think they're going to try to pace themselves somewhere else.
Yeah.
225 for 100 reps. Think about like what you can do unbroken.
Of 225?
Yeah.
This would kill me. I think I'd be paralyzed.
Yeah, this wad. Yeah. I'm just saying, like in general, one set of 225.
Jeez, yeah. At 50 reps, that would put some damage on me.
Yeah, I mean, there's a open event that we did that had 50 reps in it.
Like the second half of this, I'm probably doing deadlifts in 3s.
Yeah, and struggling.
Struggling. Like, yeah, I'm talking like 3s, chalk break, looking around, like just like grabbing my back.
Yeah, I think the first 50, I think most people are going to do unbroken. And then I'm telling you, the second round of GHD is going to be a whole different workout.
Yeah.
Like anybody out there that's got a lot of experience with the ski erg, you know that destroys your midline as well. Like your abs start to hurt on that thing.
Yeah.
And then your lower back gets destroyed if you're not sending the hips back. Anybody who, uses it.
Chad, are you all in agreeal that the 30 is women's cows? I'm kind of like thinking with Luke. I don't know if it necessarily is. Do they normally do that? I don't know. It's been a while since the last year's games. Do they normally change the cows for women? Because like they do? Oh, okay.
Yeah. But to your point,
I'm just thinking they're in their own division.
Yeah, maybe they wouldn't, but I think they did. Probably right, because it's probably like most of the women are going to pull like 1,300 calories. The guys are probably going to be pulling 15, 17.
Yeah.
And that's like every pull for the guy is a calorie versus the girl, it's every 2.
I was thinking about that when we did that interval workout. It was like 10 rounds of 500 meter ski. And it kind of feels like a body weight advantage for the skier.
The heavier you are, you can kind of
like the heavier you are, you can kind of lean into it, drop your body, make it a little more like a.
Also,
like
the taller
squatty.
you are, it's easier for you to get to the top. Every time I had to go overhead, my fucking arms were shot, my hamstrings were toast. Started to get, just burned out, depressed.
Yeah.
Going through it. I think it's fun workout. That should be a fun event. As a spectator, if I was flipping through ESPN and saw that, I would be like, whoa, this is fucking Ninja Warrior shit. This is crazy. Like that's probably what people think CrossFit is.
Yeah.
I think the hard part is there's no comparison. Like if they were able to compare like CrossFit Games athletes to, let's say, like fucking the NFL, I think that'd be pretty cool.
And then there was another event release that I was trying to find. Oh, that was the ladder. Yeah, we covered them all. The ladder, run, swim, Chad. And this isn't a workout, is it?
No. The rest are, I think they're going to announce more at some point, but.
And the games are Thursday. I think they start.
Yeah. We're watching them. We got work, so I'll be watching some at work on the old big screen, but they watch the Olympics. Never mind.
Which brings me into my next topic. Do you think CrossFit should be in the Olympics?
Uh, be cool, be interesting, but that's like also the training model of CrossFit is to prepare and be like really good at any other sport. So if we're trying to get other people, if we're trying to get somebody fit at their specialty by using CrossFit, then it's like kind of weird.
I feel like if they were in the Olympics, you wouldn't need the games. Like, I think you only need one event to test the fittest in the world.
Yeah.
Or to find the fittest in the world. So, like, I don't know, it wouldn't make sense to have the games and then also have them in the Olympics.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're probably not wrong, but that's also saying, no, I disagree with that, because that's like saying that none of these other sports, like we don't need the NBA because they have the NBA in the Olympics. So we don't need to have individual countries. We also don't need to have,
Well, the NBA is not global.
They just had Wimbledon, the tennis tournament, and then they put them in the Olympics.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, well, why do we need Wimbledon this year? Because they just had the French Open. They played on clay. They played at Roland Garros where they played for the Olympics. Then they went to Wimbledon, and then they went back to Roland Garros to play. Look how fucking French I am.
What's Wimbledon? I thought that was grass.
Yeah, that's grass. So grass
Yeah,
season
it's like different fucking shit.
Yeah, but they play on clay all spring, and then they play Roland Garros in May. Then they go to Wimbledon in the end of June, and then they go from Wimbledon back to Roland Garros.
So you think that it would be good if they were like, all right, we're going to find the fittest on earth for the Olympics right now, then we're going to find the fittest on earth in February again.
I think it would help make it more of a sport, and the reason being people get behind their fucking country. Like, they don't give a shit. It's like, I want the US to win the Olympics, or I want Brazil to win the Olympics, or I want this, or it doesn't matter. People support that. It's like doing the World Cup for soccer. They have tournaments all over the whole world, play soccer, everything. And then when they come to the Olympics, everybody's like, nah, my motherfucking, like, Brazil's winning. Nah, France is winning. Nah, this team's winning.
You could do that with the games. It's global.
You can, but it's global, but it's not. We need more audience. They need more visibility. They need to get out there more. They need CrossFit to be everywhere. Like, we can't just be, they shouldn't host the games only in the US. We need to be hosting like bigger semi events. We need to be hosting bigger quarter events. They need to be hosting the Open in different spots. Like, if you want to go to the Open this year, sign up every Friday. You're going like to this workout. I don't know. Or different, like, or hubs that hold it, or like places for spectators, or like CrossFit is Murph. Let's just take over Murph. Like, stop at 45 from hosting Murph. Like, put together a massive event globally that gets fucking people involved to do Murph.
Yeah.
Like, start hitting up these massive influencers that like reach millions of people. Like, fucking get Logan Paul talking, or Jake Paul talking about CrossFit. Like, the dude's got fucking 30 million people about to watch him fight Mike Tyson. Get him to be like, yeah, I do fucking CrossFit every day. Go watch.
Well, I mean, we've talked about that before. I think, like, yeah, if CrossFit wants to make a bigger media splash, I think it would be beneficial if they would like do these more, like, you need more like the Tyson Bagent stories. Like, here's an NFL QB who uses CrossFit for his sport. Like, imagine if LeBron James did CrossFit.
Yeah. That'd be fucking sick, though.
Or like, Djokovic does CrossFit in the off season.
Yeah. Well, that's where the hard part of, actually, no, because specialty quarterback does CrossFit training and so on. But like, a lot of people would argue that it's not specialized enough, or maybe unsafe, because if like a $30 million quarterback blows out something because he was doing power cleans.
But it's like the risk, safety, efficacy, or efficiency,
that's
efficacy
also true.
Thing. Like, you're going to take a risk in anything you do.
Yeah, that's also true. I guess if you
like telling that $30 million athlete, just don't go to the weight room.
Yeah. Well, that's also true. They also, most of them do go to the weight room, and they move like trash.
Do they?
Yeah, you've seen videos. None of them squat below parallel.
Yeah.
We've talked about them before. A lot of them like do these weird snatches where they're like this instead of like an actual active shoulder snatch and moving through it. I don't know. I feel like I should be more specialized coach. Really dig in. That's where I want to take my coaching career.
What would you specialize in?
I would still do CrossFit. I just mean I want to be more like, I just want to coach like an individual, like really get involved and like learn them inside and out, and like just be able to have the time to grow my knowledge on like anatomy and the different
So you're saying
things.
get away from GPBP and really like look
Yeah.
at this from a sports lens.
Yeah, I think it'd
Yeah.
be cool. I don't know if I'd want to do it. Maybe tomorrow I'd be like the opposite. But it also would be cool if I had, like you were just saying, take a mediocre person, athlete, professional athlete, like a team. Say we take the Eagles and we put them all in the off season through CrossFit, and we do it for 3 seasons, and we just look at the difference. Like, were things better? Were injury rates lower? Were people faster? Were people stronger? Were like look at the data. I think it'd be cool because I very confident that CrossFit would do one of those things that I just said.
Yeah.
If not all. Like, I really think CrossFit would allow them to just like have better data points across the board.
It'd be sick if they were like in an affiliate too. Like, could you imagine?
Yeah.
Like if it was fucking a heavy day and Jalen was there doing a back squat day.
Yeah. Well, this is what I was just talking to you earlier about. Like, we had a
who
class.
wouldn't be hype?
Yeah. It's just everybody getting around. Yeah, that's what we need to like get more of. But we had a back squat day the other day at the gym, and there was like 12 or 14 people in the class I was in, and everybody was getting hype. Like, I was putting 1 pound plates on the bar to get the next heavier weight. And to your point, yeah, if you had more people in there, like these athletes, like fucking know my boy Sam's going to be like, my PR is 400, but I'll put in 450 on today. Like, he'd be down to get squashed by the bar. Just to like the adrenaline of people around you, you'd be fucking extra hype. You'd be sick. How do we get to that spot?
I don't know. That's a big shift for sports. Like you would need to do kind of what you're saying, like go to school for like sports training, and then eventually get yourself. To get onto a team as a fitness trainer, and then you could propose CrossFit. Like
them.
I don't think you'd be able to just roll into the Eagles and be like, "Hey, I'm a nobody. Can I be your fucking sports trainer?" I think you all should do CrossFit.
I'm gonna stroll in. I'm gonna watch their trainer, have them do like fucking their dumbass.
How are you getting in?
I'm just gonna walk in the door.
You ain't walking in no fucking door.
I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna observe it. I'm just gonna message them on Instagram and be like, "Hey, I just want to observe. I coach kids, right? Nobody's gonna say no if I'm coaching kids from a church." So if we're like a group of orphans, I'm like, "Hey, I just want to like get exposure. I want to learn a little bit more." I go in. I start talking to the trainer like, why are you letting him have inactive shoulders? Why is that guy's spine? Why is that guy's going to blow out his back? Look, his L4, I can see the bulging disc happening right here. And just start talking and just go into fucking Sirianni's office, kick down the door and be like, "Nick, look, man, I took some videos out there today, man. I know I'm here for the orphanage, but I think I can help Jalen." Is something fucking funny?
That's a stretch, man. I think that's going to be a stretch.
I'm the visionary, dude. I'm like
but whatever it takes, whatever you think is going to work. I think,
someone
just needs to be, it needs to happen from like, it's got to happen from some trainer. It needs to be like, you got to do CrossFit.
Yeah, but you're going to have to sell it because CrossFit's hard. You need a Greg to walk in and tell them why. But even to that level, they're not going to want that because Greg doesn't know the ins and outs of the specialty. They're going to want somebody that's like a level 3 CrossFit coach, but also is like fucking been playing football their whole life, because you need to somehow convince everybody that like a sumo della tie pulls can be great, because it's like when you're fucking trying to do the tush push and we're pulling and whatever.
Yeah.
You got to be able to like cross layer shit in. I don't know. I think it'd be sick, dude. So.
I mean, they do weight room and they do traditional stuff in there. So, like, I'm just saying, instead of that, why not just do CrossFit?
And I think they should. But there's no way around it, man. So CrossFit will just keep
staying. Or like Tyson Bagent. I think he just does it on the off season.
Yeah, he does. Is he cut from the Bears?
No, I don't think so.
I was reading something. I was watching a video and then Hiller posted something. I don't know. He was talking about a wad. Our Instagram's dead, dude.
Fucking always.
He was talking about a workout the other day that like and he gave a shout out to one of his friends that made him do it. It was the mile burpee broad jumps or whatever. And they did the mile in like 50 some minutes. I think it was on Hiller's podcast.
He just posted 2 weeks ago, year 2 in the Chi. Shh.
Yeah, I saw that, and then there was a video later on, but I don't know.
So I think he's still playing for them.
Yeah, he probably is, but you never fucking know. You never fucking know, dude.
Well, what else we got?
That's all I got for the fucking chat today. We're gonna have an interview in next week potentially.
Yeah, we're gonna work
We might
ourselves
have
up the chain.
Yeah, we're gonna work our way all the way to Savon's podcast, and we're gonna go on Savon's show.
Yeah.
And we're gonna, just be ourselves, talk shit, and have fun. Well, what else you got, dude?
That's it, man. An hour, like season 3, we're limited to an hour these days.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody, jaying up, dude. It's good to see everybody again. Probably won't wear a hat on the next one. I got a headache from it.
I'll wear one.
I gotta fix my studio up, better cameras up next week.
Yeah.
I gotta set the Sony up. Gotta do a lot. Maybe I'll show some of my edits on Lightroom.
Live?
Yeah, some of my live photography shots.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It'd be sick. All right, chat. GG's.
GG's chat.
Fucking G.
Where is G?